Monday, February 27th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here, and we have one little storm system moving through today, then a couple of pretty potent systems coming up to affect a lot of the country tomorrow into Wednesday, and then Friday into Saturday. I'll get into all that here as the current edition of the video unfolds. Now, here's the radar imagery from back around 4:45 this morning. You had some showers developing in Georgia, spreading into the upstate of South Carolina. A much broader radar perspective here shows you the rain gets a little more extensive down there in South Georgia and the parts of Florida. And this is with a relatively weak system moving on through that'll bring some clouds to our region, as well as the chance of a few passing showers. Here's the SPC WRF model, and I think it's doing a pretty decent job with this, indicating a quick little hit of some showers coming up later today for parts of the Piedmont. It probably does not make it back into the foothills, but the Piedmont, the Sandhills, the coastal plain, those areas do see some brief showers today. Now, let's look at the watch, warning, and advisory situation this morning, and I want to direct your attention to the upper plain states in the Midwest. These are all winter weather products in advance of the next system. In fact, the Dakotas, a lot of the Dakotas, covered with blizzard watches in advance of this system. Plenty of cold air up that way. There's some sub-zero temperatures in the parts of North Dakota in northeastern Montana, and that cold air going to be interacting with a pretty potent storm system lifting that way. So here's how it looks this afternoon. Pretty benign across the southern part of the country today, but we go out further in time. This is how it looks by overnight tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. Very potent system lifting through the plains, and again, this is going to be a big winter storm up in this region, and probably a decent severe weather producer in this region, out ahead of the system. That one shifts through. We get our shower chances Wednesday, maybe some thunderstorms here in our area Wednesday night. And then we get to the next system. This is out Friday evening, and this looks like another pretty powerful system. In fact, it looks like this one could be a better severe weather producer across the lower Mississippi Valley and the deep south, and possibly spreading up into our region by Saturday. We will see. Pretty sharp trough on the European going negative tilt. And that negative tilt means the axis of the trough kind of shaped like that, and that is favorable for a lot of uplift there in advance of the trough. One of the signs you kind of look for on a broader scale in terms of severe weather potential. And then look at this. The European on Monday of next week swings one little disturbance through behind the main trough, and actually the Canadian does much the same thing. GFS does not do that. But that's interesting to look at for Monday of next week. So let's take it day by day. Again, today, pretty good amount of cloud cover, a few passing showers possibility. Tomorrow, we'll see a lot of sun mixed with some high clouds, highs getting into the 60s tomorrow. There goes that next system taking shape. This is what it looks like by early Wednesday afternoon. Pretty potent surface low here moving into Wisconsin. This is a lot of snow up in the colder air side of the system. Severe weather possibilities in the warmer air. For us, I'm going to mention clouds and some shower chances Wednesday. Our best thunderstorm chance looks to come Wednesday night. Doesn't look like a huge severe weather producer here, but we'll keep an eye on it. Thursday looks like a pretty warm day to me. We're going to get pretty good westerly flow, maybe some downsloping winds, and I think a lot of us will push 70 or warmer for Thursday afternoon, assuming that's correct. And then we get the next system beginning to take shape, and that's what it looks like on the GFS Friday evening. That's a 988 millibar low over Lake Michigan. And by the way, that's a rapidly deepening low that moves from roughly here to there through the day on Friday. The European, same time frame, a little slower with it, and that's certainly a very powerful low pressure too, moving into eastern parts of Iowa and Illinois. In fact, the European looks a little bit more ominous in terms of severe weather than the GFS does with the overall setup. If the European is correct, probably a nasty severe weather outbreak there in the Mississippi Valley as we get into the day Friday into Friday night. And then we go out to Saturday, back to the GFS. It swings the front through mainly during the first half of the day Saturday for the western half of the Carolinas. The European is a bit slower. It's about 6 hours slower with the frontal passage. Either one of those setups, again, there's the GFS, there's the European. Overall good agreement in the overall setup, just the timing a little bit faster on the GFS. Either one of those setups could produce some severe weather here across our region around Saturday morning, maybe more Saturday afternoon if the European time is correct. But either way, that's still 5 days away. That could change, but something to keep an eye on for that time frame. Sunday looks dry, and then we get into Monday. And this is Monday morning on the GFS, high pressure with dry conditions, a little system swinging in on the European that I showed you. doesn't produce a lot of precipitation at face value. The Canadian does produce some precip. It'd be interesting to watch. See what happens with that. That's pretty far out there, but we'll kind of see how that unfolds as we get into early next week. Okay, that is it for today. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.